I'm here again at the NVIDIA suite, and we're talking to Kevin with marketing, technical marketing.
Yes.
So, Kevin, very nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
And if you want to go over a little bit of it's the GeForce Now experience.
Yes.
Cool.
GeForce Now. So back at Gamescom in August last year, we launched Blackwell, the Blackwell update for GeForce Now, which brought 5K 120 streaming, native Steam Deck app, and a bunch of other things. Um, Building on the Steam Deck app that we launched then, people wanted to play on Linux.
Yeah.
So one of the things we're announcing here right now is a native app for Linux.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
It will support Ubuntu 24.04 initially, and it will launch in beta because there's a little bit, still a little bit of work to do. But what we have here is Battlefield 6 streaming at 5K 120 FPS on Linux. Yep. So as you know, like it's a lot of games aren't playable on Linux.
Right.
So GeForce Now on Linux enables all those games.
You got to jump through hoops to get it to work.
Yes, or you can't at all. Just
Right.
Various technical limitations prevents games like Battlefield 6, Fortnite, others from running on Linux. But with GeForce Now, it's not a problem because everything runs on the servers, right, in the cloud. So feel free.
So maybe Linus will take back the middle finger. But that's amazing. And the graphics look beautiful. What resolution are we at?
This is 5K, 5K ultra wide. This is the LG 45-inch ultra wide OLED.
Looks and plays beautiful. Zero stuttering. Oh. Oops. But detail is great.
Run towards your guys there. I think they're upstairs.
Sorry, it's been a few months since I've played it. It came out, I played it for a little bit, and then because I'm always working on videos, I haven't had time to get back onto it yet.
Yeah.
Oops. There we go. But it feels incredibly smooth. The graphics are beautiful. Where? I didn't even see him. Oh. But yeah, awesome. It looks and plays beautifully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, being that this is on Linux, will it have DLSS and all that kind of support?
Yes.
Ray tracing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Because again, everything's being rendered in the servers, right, on the cloud.
Okay.
Linux is really just the gateway for the video stream coming in.
Okay. So going from Windows to Linux, you're not going to lose features.
Oh, there's currently the big one that's missing is HDR.
Okay.
But HDR on Linux is challenging.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's even challenging in Windows.
Yeah. But we are looking to add that down the road. We don't want to rest on what we have now. We want to keep continuing to build it and make the experience better.
It's awesome that you're opening up the doors more for Linux rather than hacking it. And I use that term loosely, but you're giving support.
We are
which is awesome.
Officially doing it instead of people having to do the Linux thing and make it work.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's awesome to hear. Thank you.
So then back at Gamescom, one of the things that we launched there was support for racing wheels, right, for all the Forza fans and all the other driving games. One of the first things we got asked was, well, since you did racing wheels, what about Flightsticks? What about people that like flight simulators? So what we're announcing at CES is support for Flightsticks.
Okay.
Wow. So we have Flight Sim 2024 here with the Logitech X52 Pro. Initially, the support's going to be for 4 different flight sticks, the 2 Logitech X52s,
right,
and then the 2 Thrustmasters. We started with the most popular HOTAS units, and we want to add support for more down the road.
Awesome.
So if you want, flight sim can be challenging, but if you like, you could go.
I'm not much of a flight sim.
I'm not either. I had to learn. For this.
Well, let's see. Let's see if I haven't played flight sim since Microsoft. I don't even remember what version.
2005. Was there
Whoa.
2005? There might not have been a 2005.
I don't remember, but it's been quite some time.
I know the last one was what, 2019, I think, and then they did 2024.
And now I'm turning myself, and let's see if I can do this. Oh, I missed it. And
But yeah, even though we're talking about, the flight stick here, this is still Flight Simulator running at 5K, 120 FPS,
and
with the eye candy turned on.
and thank you for saying that, because the experience I'm having is amazing with it. I forgot that I was on Linux again.
This one is not Linux.
Oh, okay, okay.
This one, our client is a Mac Mini.
Okay. No matter what, I feel like the experience I had
It would be the same.
Yeah, in Windows and Linux has been. Oh no.
No, that was pretty good. that was not bad. That was not bad.
But it's been quite some time since I played a flight sim.
Yeah.
But especially with a joystick.
Yeah.
I'm more of a keyboard and mouse kind of guy.
Oh man, flight sim with a keyboard and mouse is rough.
Yeah. I know. Or maybe a gamepad, but
that's much better than a keyboard and mouse. But still not as nice as this.
Yeah. But no, that's awesome. It plays beautifully. So very cool. And then so it was just adding the support to GeForce Now for these.
Yes, because there's some driver requirements, because it's not a standard controller, so we had to work with Logitech and Thrustmaster to make sure that we had the experience optimized for our servers.
Okay, cool, awesome. All right, so
the third big announcement we have at CES is support for FireTV. We're going to be launching a native app for FireTV.
FireTV, nice.
Initially, it's going to be on the two 4K sticks, 4K and 4K Max, which are extremely accessible streaming devices, right?
Yeah.
So this is Borderlands 4. It's running at 1080p, 60 FPS. That will be the standard resolution for FireTV.
Okay. And for this game, I'm more of a keyboard and mouse kind of guy.
Same.
But so I feel kind of handicapped doing this, but it probably won't be that bad. No, I can't run with that one.
I mean, it's FireTV, so we expect most people will be playing with a controller anyway.
Yeah.
You'll be sitting on your couch, staring at your nice TV.
But that's
playing AAA games. Well, he just made it easier for you to do that.
Yep. But this looks and plays nice.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of amazing you can get this kind of gaming experience on like a $35 streaming service, right?
Oh, come on. Let me just get rid of the first one before the second one jumps in. All right, so I'll pause it there.
Oh, no, you're good.
But yeah, so there's no PC on this.
No, it is. What's this?
So all on the Fire Stick. That is amazing.
It's plugged in back here, but essentially this is the same, same thing we have plugged into the TVs.
So as you can see, no PC. Now there is the Fire Stick, but actually that wouldn't be to PC. So yeah.
No, we just have the Ethernet adapter for better network connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. Well, that's awesome. Thank you.
These are the big three, there's more to show you. They're not as substantial as these three, but we can continue walking if you want.
All right.
Oh, so here we have just over the years just showing the support we've added for various peripherals, platforms, devices, things like that. We started with Windows and Mac. The racing wheel up there that we launched at Gamescom. The native app for LG TV that we're really proud of and that people really like. Chromebook support we did a couple years ago, right? When Google did the gaming Chromebooks.
Nice.
We worked with them to make sure GeForce Now was optimized for that experience. Last year at CES, we did the VR headsets, support for MetaQuest and Pico and the Apple Vision Pro.
Okay.
Obviously, gaming handhelds are making a comeback now.
Yes.
They were popular, 5 or 6 years ago?
Yep.
Went away for a bit. Steam Deck came out, and now they're back.
Beautiful. That's awesome. Nice little history there.
When we launched Blackwell at Gamescom, we added support for 5K streaming. One of the issues that we faced was there weren't any 5K 16:9 monitors that could do higher than 60 hertz refresh rate.
Okay.
That's why we went with the ultra wide. This year, ASUS announced the first 5K 16:9 165 hertz monitor.
On a Mac.
We're using them. Yeah, we're using Mac.
That's awesome.
So we like these specifically because they have
They're tiny.
and they have really good display output support. You can do 5K, 165 hertz output. So what we're showing here is arc raiders streaming at true 16:9 5K resolution at 120 FPS.
Oh, so it's not playing on the Mac, it's streaming.
It's streaming from GeForce Now.
Beautiful.
Yes. Yes. This is like one of, I believe, 2 prototypes of these monitors at the show that ASUS brought. They let us borrow one to have here.
You wouldn't mind holding it? I'll just
go
play real quick.
Go ahead.
Thanks. And what game is this?
Arc Raiders.
My son is playing this one. I haven't played it just yet. So being that it's on a Mac, but not really on a Mac, it's playing beautiful, nice and quick. Graphics are beautiful. It's not using RTX though, right? Ray tracing, sorry?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
But we can go into the game settings if you want. Check it out. Yeah.
Well, we can, and it wasn't even using DLSS, which is nice. Or at least up there. Ray tracing, there we go. Static. There we go. We'll do medium. That looks nice. Cool. So, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it runs great.
Definitely does. So, thank you very much.
Yep. If you want, just this is just showing GeForce Now on the Lenovo Legion Go 2. This is Doom the Dark Ages running at 1080p 120 FPS with full ray tracing on and all the eye candy turned up.
All right. You mind? Thank you. And I have not played on this, so this, aside from being a controller, but wow, the graphics are beautiful on this, and it's super smooth.
It is a really good looking game.
Well, it's just, but it's also like incredibly smooth, so it's powerful. Guess I have all this stuff ready. It's amazing. I haven't played on one of these yet, so it's.
The handhelds have gotten pretty good.
Yeah, wow. And the detail of everything is amazing.
I mean, what you're doing now is something you wouldn't be able to do outside of GFN on that handheld. While they have a decent amount of power in their chip, they can't do 1080p 120 FPS with all the eye candy turned on.
Yeah, and
that's what GeForce Now gives you on these handhelds is all the power of a 5080.
Wow, and there's definitely eye candy, because wow, this is beautiful. Cool, thank you.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all we have for GFN.